Hello everyone, I'm Annie, and this week was my first week of AP Lit, and this is my recap. Firstly, AP English Literature and Composition is a college-level course that enables students to develop an understanding of English literature by exploring various concepts within the context of literary works. The course focuses on analyzing different aspects of literature, including poetry, plays, and short stories from various time periods and cultures. The word composition in the name of the course is also very important, and it explains the writing portion, as students will be required to write essays in response to prompts in the AP exam regarding the literary works and concepts learned throughout the course. The AP exam for English Lit will be held on Wednesday, May 6, 2026, and it will be 3 hours long. There will be 55 multiple choice questions, which weigh 45% of the entire exam grade and take 60 minutes, and 3 free response essay questions weighing 55% of the exam grade and taking 2 hours. For the multiple choice questions, the 3 main forms of literature studied in the course will be assessed, each with a different weighting. As for the 3 free response questions, there will be a poetry analysis, a prose fiction analysis, and a literary argument, with each question being worth 6 points and recommended to take 40 minutes each. The exam will be based around 6 main concepts: character, setting, structure, narration, figurative language, and literary argumentation. As for the AP English Lit course as a whole, there are 9 units or 3 cycles. The 3 main types of literature the AP exam will be based on are short fiction, poetry, and drama or longer fiction. The structure of the course follows 3 cycles of a unit of each of these literary forms. The 6 main concepts of the AP exam will be spread across the 9 units of this course to ensure students can analyze each of these forms of literature through the perspectives of the different skills. For example, Unit 1 is based around short fiction, and the 6 big ideas can be seen through the introduction of close reading. Close reading is the detailed analysis of a text to understand its deeper meaning, rather than surface reading. This means certain things should be kept in mind when reading a text. For example, the structure of the plot and the story's basic structure, or the setting, where and when the story takes place. Other things to consider include characterization, or a character's appearance and personality traits, and the perspective or point of view from which the story is told. Next, imagery and symbolism allow the reader to visualize the setting of the story and the hidden meanings behind it, and figurative language can also help better visualize what the author is trying to explain. The tone can be determined through diction or connotation, and irony creates a contrast in the story for readers to consider. Finally, the theme of the story embodies the main idea or bigger meaning of the story, which could include the author's purpose or message conveyed in the story. Finally, the last thing we did during the first week of AP Lit was read the short story The Far and the Near by Thomas Wolfe. The story follows a train engineer who waves to a woman and her daughter while passing their house on the train every day for over 20 years. Over time, he develops a comforting image of peace with them in his mind. However, when he finally retires and decides to visit them in person, he is shocked to find them unwelcoming and completely different from the image he had built up. Personally, I think the message of the story is the danger of building expectations, and they can often be very different from reality. I found Wolfe's use of contrast in the beginning to describe the peaceful image of the cottage and the more chaotic mood of the train very interesting. In my opinion, it foreshadows the contrast between the engineer's expectation for the woman and her daughter and the reality he faces. Overall, this first week gave me a solid understanding of what is expected in AP Lit. Thank you for listening.